Mic check 1 2. Hi, this is Anthony Harris, and I guess my name is not a big secret anymore, so I can use it every now and then. But if you watch my videos in the film credits, you would see the name Anthony Harris, even though that name is not public anywhere. Since my name was doxed, but so I might as well use it. But it wasn't hidden. But my name is not on any social networks. So when somebody docks my name, it is different than somebody who used their government name on their channel and on their other media, LinkedIn, not Lincoln, but when people use their name on LinkedIn or they use their name for their YouTube channel, their government name, that means your name is public. And of course, if you have a Facebook account or whatever, there are other websites that will have your government name just because you're on Facebook. And but you cannot blame your lack of knowledge of the internet and what you use the internet for. You cannot blame that on somebody else. Will is in the building, and if Will is going to be the only one in the building, and everybody else is going to just watch, I know it's late, and you don't have to get up out of bed or sit up or go over to your computer. You can catch this in the morning, or you could just listen. There's not much to chat about in the chat room. I mean, the most that could happen in the chat room is people saying hello and then throwing cheap shots at the person that I'm going to speak on. I'm going to speak on a couple of people, but I'm not here to name call. I'm not going to call anybody a bitch ass nigga. I'm not going to call anybody a homosexual. I'm not going to call anybody a stalker or a pedophile. I'm not going to use any rumors for my argument, and I'm not going to use any hearsay for my treatise, okay? My verbal treatise. And no need to send me a bunch of stuff in my inbox, because I already know about this gentleman, and it's all hearsay and rumors. Even the video recordings and all of that stuff. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for my own personal reasons. Mr. Suicide had a conversation with Tracy by Nature, and Tracy by Nature made that conversation public. So now they've been trying for years. I'm going to tell a Latanya lie. They've been trying for years to get me in these YouTube beefs because they know his lordship does not beef. And every time I go to a chat room, they try to block me to get me to beef with them so they can have content. But I am too laid back and too easygoing to get into beefs with people. The reason why people don't want me in their chat room is because I listen. And people feel like you shouldn't listen so closely. I'm just talking shit, but you can listen, but you ain't gotta listen. And don't disagree with me in my chat room. And we're good. I'm used to this. I used to visit people's studios when people was using software before me. One dude tried to embarrass me. He said, "Hey man, can you hit record for us?" And I was like, where?" And now, now I'm the software guru. But I remember, like, if you have anything constructive to say, and when you're visiting somebody else's studio and they got their people, people who pay the services and people who look up to them in the room, they would rather you not say nothing to them because they think that you're trying to make yourself look bigger than them. But I'm like, hey man, I don't own a studio. I'm visiting your uh, underground studio. But I don't want strangers at my house smoking weed and all this stuff and saying all that vulgar stuff in the house, which words stick to the wall and words manifest. You don't want vulgarity, that vibration stuck to your paint in your house. What's up, Muffet Master Lordship in the building? I should give you a wrench. Reefa in the building. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I'm saying. If it's the bros night, that's cool because this is a man issue. So many men be roasting women and having beefs with women, and what I'm saying, they should feel awkward. When I'm correcting the bonnet, I don't feel any joy. I don't get any joy out of it. I feel empathy because this is a sister out there looking so ignorant. But then when I see Queen Ops, I go, well, shit. Queen Ops make the bonnet look like a saint. But they're two different types of ignorance, though. But God bless them. C. Wilson is in the building. Yeah, tonight is late night. I'm not going to put this on private. I'm not going to put this on unlisted. I know people like drama, so here you go. We're going to have 3 days of his lordship putting suicide in a chokehold online. There's nothing he can do or say to embarrass me or belittle me or make people hate me. Okay? And tonight, I am not going to yell. I'm going to keep this monotone voice. I'm going to keep my masculinity intact. I'm going to talk to this young man like a big uncle, like a OG, And I hope he learns something. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to call the people on him. I'm not going to threaten his life. I'm not going to say I be in Vegas all the time. At the I don't even know the name of that hotel, but my favorite hotel is it's in the center, like it's near the it's the one where you can do the silhouette thing with the shower, like there's a light in the bathroom and you can see the person's shadow on the shower curtain and you can do a little dance and videotape it. And when you're waiting in line to check in to the hotel, they have videos of other people doing the silhouette dance, and it's on the poles that hold up the beams, the support beams. Do y'all know what hotel I'm talking about in Vegas? It's near the center, like it's like these 4 corners. It's like a little, amazing spot, and it has an overpass. I don't think I saw Eddie Murphy's wife at the bar the last time I was there. I don't know if it's called the Chameleon. I have a feeling it begins with the letter C. It begins with the letter C or something like that. This is the only channel I behave all the time. Hey, well, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Because, I'm about to hand all this over to Why You Tripping Off Me. Because I'm just getting tired. I try to be Mr. Do Right, Dudley Do Right. You know what I'm saying? I try to be an officer and a gentleman. But people keep testing me and pulling my whole card and knocking erasers off my shoulder. and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm pausing because I'm trying to read the chat, but I have the chat on two different screens, but it's hard to focus because I fell today. I fell on my unicycle and I ruined a brand new Eddie Bauer jacket. I've only had it 1.5 days, and I was sitting here with fabric glue and soap on a rag, and I'm trying to restore this jacket. I fell today, so people who hate me, I guess you have something to laugh about or cheer about. But I'm not ashamed. Like my last video, you can see me fall on my unicycle. I just landed on my feet, but this time I didn't land on my feet. I landed on my chest and in the equipment that's in my. I have these gun holster bags under my armpit, and it has equipment in it. So the equipment scraped the coat, and when the coat, well, it was underneath the coat, but when the coat rubbed against the ground, it had a hard material underneath, and it put a hole in my brand new Eddie Bauer jacket. Man, I just paid the grip for it, and fuck that. I'll wear it. It'll look brand new with holes in it. I don't give a fuck. But right now, I'm using fabric glue to mend it, and it looks 93%. It looks 93% brand new. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't get hurt. My elbow is a little sore. I had a little blood on the side of my hands, but safety gear works. I have on this underneath my new Eddie Bauer jacket. I have this body armor jacket that's made out of something like Teflon or something, but when on impact it hardens up, and when you're not striking something, it stays. You can move it. It's flexible, but when you hit a hard surface, it hardens up. It's an amazing technology. So that's what saved my arm, and yeah, it's crazy. So I've been here trying to fix my wheel and fix my coat and fix myself. So yeah, let me see if I can let me hold one of my phones in my hand or something so I can see what's going on. Are you okay, or your jacket was the only thing hurt? Well, I have been riding for a long distance, and I was on my way to a canyon, and I got to the mouth of the canyon, and you have to go uphill a little bit, and you go past a center and tennis courts and stuff. And I was going to go inside a dark canyon. I have this light on the top of my helmet that's bright like a train, so I just light up the spot. You can light up a whole ice cave. So and it's remote control. So but after I fell and I got to the entryway of the canyon, I said, let me just go back. Let me just go back to work and close down the business and go home, and cut my losses. But at least I know how much battery power it took to get to the canyon from my job, because I think I rode 3 miles, so that makes 6 miles round trip, and I can only go about 14 miles with my weight and height. But yeah, it's I hit some weird pothole, and usually I can keep going, but this pothole was weird, and I shouldn't have been going so fast in unknown area at night, and I didn't have on my knee pads. But when I fell, I hit chest first, and the edge of my face shield, it was open, and the edge of my face shield touched the ground, but it didn't chip or anything. And then I didn't want to lose my phone, so I kept my phone in my hand and kept it in the air. So I landed on my right elbow and my chest, and I didn't hit my knees or nothing. And it felt kind of good. It felt good. And somebody asked me, was I okay? And I said, hey, I'm great. That's what safety gear is for. So I am going to take a bath in Epsom salt. But that's neither here nor there. I think that Mr. Suicide, who doesn't understand humor, he doesn't understand sarcasm, he doesn't understand what your television is about. Tube is an abbreviation for television. I don't think he understands what .com means. .com is an abbreviation for commercial. YouTube is known for people making videos and statements and other people making response videos. And with the invention of Google Hangout, people was able to have panels and stuff. And now that we got StreamYard and stuff, now people can have panels. So now you could be like the Match Game or Charlie Rose, as well as you can be like VH1 or Love Lines. Isn't that wonderful? So yeah, you're not going to hear a lot of cussing from me, so this might not be that entertaining. But I am going to play the conversation between Tracy by Nature and Suicide, because this conversation was about me and Latanya and Tracy. Suicide was mad that Tracy reposted one of my videos, and the video was about Tori. It wasn't about Latanya, so that's pretty odd. The video was about Tori. Now, he also got mad that she posted some artwork I've done, which was public, which wasn't hidden. It wasn't no secret. So that's crazy too. Right on, Reefa. I try to make it, you know what I'm saying? I try to just make it real, you know what I'm saying? Because like when I used to podcast, there were junior colleges that would replay my show on their college radio because I stuck to the script. I stuck to the standard. I didn't try to reinvent the wheel. I remember my cousin saying, hey, cuz, I'm about to drop an EP. And I knew he didn't know what an EP was, right? And I said, oh, for real? How many songs is going to be on it? And he said, 12. And I said, yep, he don't know what an EP is. And what people usually do, they cop out when you confront them. Instead of just being like, oh, okay, I didn't know. I'm glad you told me. Because many a times I've said, oh, okay, well, I believe you because when somebody tell me something in the chat, I either say, I concede to that fact, or I go, I believe you, or I'm going to take your word for it, but I'm going to do some research later on. I take your word for it. So if this is not an attack on Suicide, this is for him to hear from me where I'm coming from and why I've done and do what I do. And then we can do a tit for tat comparison too, because I don't know what his modus of operandi is, but I don't know what his MO is, but he's known for attacking women more than I am. If I attack a female, then I'm only known for attacking one, if you want to consider that an attack. But after all, this is YouTube. You don't respond to people with an email. You have the opportunity to leave a comment or make a video. So that's why I've never been flagged. I've only been flagged one time because, and I don't even know why, but it was a it was a video of a tranny crying. It was a tranny that was mad about something, and it was having a fit walking up and down the street. Now, the tranny looked like True Freeman, so I said, True Freeman on the blah 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 title, right? So True Freeman must have flagged that video. But guess what? The other videos of True Freeman with his face, he was so flattered that he did not flag those videos because he never heard himself so well. So if I'm a troll, I'm a flattering troll. Most people are flattered when I do stuff to them, supposedly, And then some people are too dumb to realize that it's not an attack. It's just another form of satire, as if I was Saturday Night Live or the comedy, some kind of comedy thing on, what I'm saying, on cable, the comic store. I don't know what the name of these things are, but Saturday Night Live is the best example. You know what I'm saying? So Richard Wright is an author. I have a huge book collection because I believe in books. I believe in books. I believe words are powerful. I believe words are so powerful that I just received confirmation. I have so many books that I don't even know every book that's in my library. So I'm always finding a book I didn't know I have. And I'm holding in my left hand right now, Discrimination by Design, a feminist critique of the man-made environment. And one of the main things they say at the beginning of this book is that the language that man created is oppressive to women. So this compares architecture and stuff to discrimination. And I like these kind of books because I had a book on music, and it was comparing sound to architecture and the structure of something. It was great. So yeah, this book is by Leslie Canes Wiseman. So any females out there want to look this up, it's a great book. I just read a few, a couple of chapters in the beginning, and it's not my fight, but it's an interesting book because my library is very diverse. And if I had anything against women, I wouldn't recommend that book. You see what I'm saying? So let me see here, because I guess I'm the bully, right? Now, look, Richard Wright wrote. Let me move that TV out the way. Hold on. Okay, Richard Wright wrote a book called Black Boy. That's part of my collection, and underneath that book is Uncle Tom's Cabin. You see, and your boy Suicide is like a Uncle Tom. He calls me a bully, but if I call him an Uncle Tom, I guess I'm hating. Bully is fucked up though. Like, a hater, a bitch mate. He called me a bitch ass nigga and a bully, like a lot of bad things. I haven't called Suicide anything, but tonight, for a lack of a better word, I think I might call him an Uncle Tom. Now, if I have beef with Latanya, which I don't, I just have a disappointment, right? But at least I have a reason because my picture was put out, but that's recent. We ain't gonna even talk about the recent stuff. My picture and my government name. We're gonna let that go. Accusing me of having a cocaine habit and all that stuff. I'm gonna let that go because that's recent. Let's go all the way back. Saying that I'm, setting Vic up, and I can't even remember half the lies she told about me, but all I had said was, who was your favorite author? Say something in German. Have you read the book Kama Sutra? The Mexican embassy is in America. That's why she's mad at me, because every time she says something, I go, you could be wrong about that. New Mexico is the 50th state, and the Mexican embassy is in America. It's probably in Texas or New Mexico. I don't know for sure. Hawaii was never a country. If you live in Hawaii or Alaska, you can vote in the election. And then there's a thing called expats. And then there's people who are American citizens that live abroad that can still vote even though they may be married to a foreigner. So this is why she says, I hate her and other people hate her, and we're attacking and bullying her and calling her parents and sending her pizza and going after her child, is because she hates correction. So we address the truth that there's only 50 states, 50 stars on the flag. She says you a dummy, a dumbass dodo bird, and you're wrong, and she blocks you. And then she tells people that you attacked her. And then, Suicide and Latanya have some kind of obsession with Nature Boy. So we don't like Nature Boy, but Suicide and Latanya pretends to hate Nature Boy, but Suicide is very open with his affection with Carbonation. Suicide is in love with Velvet, and I will prove that tonight also. I don't have much time because I'm working on a intro for someone. Yeah, I'm actually helping another YouTuber tonight, which is what I've been doing consistently. But if we check your video list and your playlist and all that stuff, we would see that you constantly include yourself in women's beefs that has nothing to do with you, and your name was never mentioned, and you always including yourself in women's beef. I don't have that history. I have no beef videos. There are no videos of me calling women hoes and bitches and ratchet and sluts and whores. Those videos don't exist. And if you were to watch one of my videos about Latanya, there's nothing in those videos where I talk down, where I call her, I don't talk about her weight, I don't talk about her hair, none of that. I just address the statements she made, because those statements affect all of us if we're involved in this thing about going against Nature Boy and things of such. So I took my eyes off the chat room for a second because I wanted to address this Uncle Tom title, and as you can see, the book Uncle Tom's Cabin, and you can see the book Black Boy. Suicide is not a young man. He's not even a gentleman. He's just a black boy. That's it. He hasn't grown up yet. He's loud and abrasive and unreasonable and immature. See, I don't have to call them punk ass niggas and faggots and bring up rumors and hearsay and weird ass recordings and pictures. What I do is satire and it's tongue in cheek. And if you're too mentally slow to accept that and you get offended, that's not my problem. Get off of your television. This is entertainment. Welcome to Yollywood. You see what I'm saying? So just give me a moment on the chat room. I'm not really looking yet. But suicide is a person regarded as a man, I guess you can say, for the lack of another word, a man boy who's betraying his cultural and social allegiance. Okay? There's a history of him messing with women, arguing, clowning them, exposing them, hollering at them, cussing them out, and kicking them off his panel. I don't even do panels. I've had Will on the panel before, but I don't do panels. I rarely do panels. I like panels. I rarely do them because, it's easy for you to get into some drama. See, I don't do the drama. So how can I be the bad guy? How can I be how can you portray me as a fuck nigga when you actually have a history of being a fuck nigga and your videos are still up? Suicideh29 in Suicide, one. Now, he said, I'm obsessed or keep picking on this lady or something like that. Well, tonight I discovered that this dude has a gang of videos on Carbonation. It's all hidden. It's all hidden. He has his archive is thicker than Key Deadman's. And he has one section dedicated to Eliana. And he said, Eliana looking like a whole snack. And he's in love with Eliana. So if we have time, we're going to look at that, unless he puts it on private or whatever. We're going to look at that one of many Carbonation playlists where he used these words when he makes a title involving Eliana. He used these words to let her know that he's feeling her, just like LaTanya loves Nature Boy. I have the video of her singing a duet with the iPad. I have a video of her offering him fellatio, saying that she would have better sex than his wife and give better fellatio. So why am I the bad guy? I'm the one that's against Nature Boy and all this stuff. But I don't want him to act like he's a victim when you got these psychos making up all these lies and make it harder for everybody else. You see what I'm saying? So, let's see here. Sui literally looks like my profile picture, Dumb Donald. Well, like I said, from the very beginning, I am not going to personally attack this dude. You're not going to hear me call him out of his name like I'm a teenager. I'm not going to call him a bitch and a hoe ass nigga, because I'm a grown man. I'm also a gentleman, and I have self-control, and I can hold a conversation, and I don't cut people off. I don't argue with people. You see what I'm saying? So, but I can be petty. Okay, I will cop to that. But my pettiness is nested in sarcasm. You see how that works? So don't trip. So, yeah, I'm lost now. Shit. Yeah, she said that she has his porn. She has a video of of Eliana giving him fellatio, and her and what's her name, Arsenio, giving him fellatio. What's that going to do? Why are you telling us this? We don't care. Like, it's not illegal to give somebody fellatio except in maybe a couple of states in America. I think there's one state in America, if somebody walk by and see you doing a non-missionary position, like let's say you doing doggy style with your wife, there is a state where if somebody can see you from the street, they can call the police and you could be arrested for a vulgar sex position. And what's ironic is in the city where she's from, there is a cult that does not have unmonitored sex, and you're only allowed to do missionary when it's approved. And to get the demon out of you, they throw man, woman, and child through walls, and they get all their members to give up their kids for adoption to the church leaders. But she don't even talk about that cult in her own backyard, where they actually harm children and people. And the church have so much money and lawyers and stuff, they manage to keep going. And she lives in the cult capital of the United States. One of the largest, most racist cult is in her own backyard. And there's a monument, I think there's a well or something, where a witch was buried, and they won't build any property around it, or they won't build over it, but there's a dead witch monument. There's plenty of stuff for her to talk about around her. There was a guy who was a teacher who always walked to school and took his son to school, and he had to walk miles to go to school, and her own city bought him a SUV. She never mentioned it. There's tons of shit going on in her own town that she's just never mentioned. And there's people who actually done harm to her. From her own words, she's been raped many times. And she was dating a guy who used to listen to Nature Boy and believe in what he says, and treated her bad because he was following Nature Boy, and that made her want to go after Nature Boy, which makes no sense. Even Tommy Sotomayor said that made no sense. When you saw this weak nigga watching this guy on the internet, you should have kicked him out the house. You should have cut ties. You should have stopped dating him. Or if he did something wrong to you, you should have turned him in. But she said her father and mother would, if she was stuck over in Costa Rica or whatever, her mother and father would come and get her and would not let their daughter be over there in the cold. Well, first of all, your mother and father shouldn't even let you leave in the first place. If they're that involved in your adult life, they wouldn't have let you leave in the first place, because there ain't no way in hell, if they're that concerned and love you that much and that much involved in your life, there's no way you would have went over there in the first place. Second of all, if they are that much into you and helping you and loving you, why did they not go after the people who actually did something for real to you? So yeah, this is a show. This is a 3-part show. This is a show so Sui can know who his lordship really is and how his lordship rocks. Because I don't think he really know. He just listened to rumors and gossip, just secondhand information, just like the Bonnet does. And I'm looking at one of his texts right now. Here we go dissing another female. Now, there is no text on Why You Tripping or his lordship. There is no comment in existence where his lordship speaks to a female like this. He's telling a female, so you hoe ass using my pic, huh? He's saying that to, we're going to see that in a minute. Tracy by Nature. Damn, you hoes need help. This is how he talks to black women. He said, ho, can you be yourself? You steal everybody. Well, I guess he meant steal. You steal everybody identity, LOL. Now, do that sound like a grown man? Do that sound like a grown man? I don't even know what my title is. What is it? Responding to Mr. Suicideh29 part, a 3-part series. Okay. Yeah, and I might not do the other parts. It depends on how I feel. Like right now, I'm missing out on money addressing this nice young man who has potential. But yeah, he started out just like Latanya. He was in a restaurant booth, I guess where he works at. On a break, he would be in a booth by himself, and nobody would listen. Nobody. And he'd be telling his coworkers, yeah, I'm live. Hey, yo, I'm live right now. Okay, yeah. Oh, you do YouTube? Yeah, I do YouTube. I'm live. And nobody listened. Then he started talking about celebrities like rappers and stuff, battle rappers and stuff like that. A little bit of gossip, celebrity gossip, and then he started getting involved in female beefs like Ashe and Jazzy and all these other people, And then one minute he's cool with one and not with the other. Another minute he's cool with both, and then he's not cool with the other. It's weird. It go on for years. I don't have that kind of history. How am I the bad guy? So he said that, I forgot what he said, but he said he just mad because he got blocked and he's a crybaby. I've never called a grown man a crybaby. I don't think I ever. I might. I know I don't remember ever calling anyone. Now I would call a child. That might hurt a child's feelings though, but maybe I don't play basketball in the gym and racquetball and shit and football in the street. Maybe when somebody get mad, they tell, "Hey, dog, you being a crybaby." I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, playing strikeout or shooting dice. I just don't recall me as a man calling another man a crybaby. And you really couldn't say that to a man's face. You could tell a child he's a crybaby or something, but I have a right to be or disappointed or upset about being blocked, especially when I didn't do anything. Like Haters World has content. It has tons of videos. There's a video on there that he doesn't like. I think it's on private. There's a couple of videos. So now he's going to complain about the videos after the fact. Oh, you don't know Suicide? Well, you're going to know about him tonight and how he talks to women. And this is a ongoing pattern. And he's talking to this lady about me. And you're going to hear his voice. Like the bonnet, they think if you talk louder, it makes what you say sound truer or more authentic or more real. If you're louder, you must be telling the truth. I don't know where that logic comes from. And the bonnet always want to explain some shit. And she get mad when people don't want to hear it and cut her off. But then when you start talking, she cuts you off and she says, "I already knew what you was going to say." Now, what kind of shit is that? Now, Suicide needs to know these things. I don't hate Suicide. I kind of met him in Black's channel because everybody in Black's channel was making anti carbonation videos or this thing started playing. Everybody was making anti Baba G videos, but he wasn't called that. Nature Boy videos, right? So Suicide was making these very funny videos about carbonation or something like that. And so I thought he was funny. I think I subbed to him. And there was a lot of people making interesting videos. And so that's how I learned about Jazzy and Suicide and Maya and Ashe and all these people. We all kind of was cool. We didn't know each other. We still don't, but we was all, that's how I got to know people right there. I subbed to everybody. So one day I come into Sui's chat under a different name, and we've been conversing in the chat for 30 whole minutes. But his mod named Gemini something. I think her name is Gemini Star Shit. Or Gemini on some fuck shit. Something like that. She told Sui that I'm making fun of world news, that I'm a troll, and my account is making fun of world news, and she gonna block me or whatever, or I blocked them. But she never checked my channel. My channel has content, and this is no slight to world news because he's pretty funny, and he understands my humor. There's plenty of channels that spell world WURLD. There's plenty of channels that spell it that way. They never even heard of world news. So my idea came from the haters ball, or the haters the Dave Chappelle thing, the haters ball. So I took the audio from that and I put Haters World with the globe, and I started recording whenever somebody would lose their temper or start having YouTube tears or some crazy shit. I would record it and post it on Haters World. So Gemini nor Sui took the chance to see if that was a real channel. They just called it a troll channel and saw the word Haters World and blocked it. So I guess maybe Suicide thought he was talking to World News or something. That ain't my fault that you didn't do your research. There were videos on everybody in there, including World Suicide. Everybody died with the gun. Mama Wanda threatening people. All kind of crazy videos on Haters World. All right, so hey, what's up? I'm trying to stay low pro because I'm like David Banner, man. I swear I'm like David Banner, man. I stay calm so I won't get mad. There's been times when I got mad and I was holding somebody's neck and my leg was shaking while I was holding their neck. And I said, what the fuck my leg doing? You ever been so mad that you choking somebody and then another part of your body starts shaking? I'm holding this nigga by his neck and my right leg starts shaking. It's off the floor shaking. I said, oh shit, I done lost it. So I threw him head first at the bar and he put his hands out in front of him to keep his head from hitting the bar and breaking his neck. And I said, thank God he got reflexes. You know, I didn't get thrown out the club. He was a grown-ass man. I'm a grown-ass man. 2 of his cousins came over to me. And because I'm a man and I know how to talk to men, unlike some people, I said, man, I know your cousin. I know him from junior high and high school. And your cousin, blah, 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 blah. This is how your cousin did tonight. Your cousin, blah, blah, blah. And I wasn't comfortable with that. And you know what they said? Instead of whooping my ass, they said, oh yeah, we told him about that shit. Yeah, we told him about that shit. And I said, well, you see where I'm coming from, right, man? Your cousin need to control that shit, man. I known him from junior high and high school, man. He has not changed. So I don't want to get too deep into that story, but it's just funny when a brother's from the hood, but he try to act like he was born in Italy or France or some shit. Nigga, you are not French, nigga. Back up, nigga. Say hi once. That's how, look, dude, I'm going to tell you the truth. I choked him because he said hi to me more than once. I felt uncomfortable. Nigga, you only got to say hi once that evening. You see me at the club, nigga, say hi once. Don't say hi to me twice. Because I'm taking it as something else the second time. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, well, I kind of slow walking this shit. All right, my bad. I'm pulling the diva right now. So, what I'm gonna do to make up for that, I'm gonna play the audio between Tracy and this first of it is text. So we'll read the text and then it gets to the audio part. And so let's kick off the show and then we'll have some background music while we do this also. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna let you read this for yourself. I don't know this gentleman personally. I don't have a beef with him. It's just that you know, I said, you know, if you got offended, everything I did was after I was blocked. I did nothing to get blocked. It was just a misunderstanding. You didn't know that it was a real channel. You didn't even know who it was. Your mod got you caught up in this bullshit. and I refused to let it go. And then I said, it's my bad, bro. If you got your feelings hurt, or you felt I disrespected you, even though you hit me first, which he even said, "What do you mean I hit you first? That's some bullshit. That's some punk shit." Okay, well, shit, man, my bad. And he said, He said, "I would never. I'm taking my basketball and going home. I would never play with you." You know what I'm saying? So here we go. I'm gonna let it play, and you might be able to keep up with the text. And if not, when it's over, we'll go over each line so I can address it. All the text before the audio. And she got tired of texting because this conversation shouldn't even went this far. So she started dropping audio. But look how disrespectful to women he is, and he's trying to talk about me. All I said was the sky is not blue because of the ocean. And then I get hit with, "You're attacking me, stalking me, harassing me, you hate me, you calling me ugly." No, I'm just saying that the way light is filtered in the atmosphere, that's why blue is the last color to be filtered out. The earth looks blue, the sky looks blue because of the color spectrum, not because of the water in the ocean. But anyway, here we go. Let me turn on the desktop. I'm gonna mute my mic. Oh, let me see. Yeah, let me mute my mic and display the text here. And then some audio might kick in towards the end too. Okay, someone said that they don't think it might be readable, so we can hold on. This is the power. Oh no. Well, let me see what I can do. Let me pause it. I think we can adjust the speed. Playback speed. Okay. Playback speed. Let's go to 0.5. And then we need to zoom in. So see, I'm using OBS Studio, so we're good. We're good at making adjustments on the fly. That's the cool part. So I'm glad you said that. Yeah, I don't yell on my back. I don't lay on my back yelling a bunch of lies at the screen, talking to myself. So tell me if this is better. Now, is that better? Okay, well, let's address it. Uh, testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. All right. I was actually trying to buy some time so I could go get a glass of water or something. So, here we go. Hold on 1 second. All right. Okay. So I was just made aware of this today, and it says, so you already heard the part about so yo ho ass using my pic, huh? And he's talking to a young lady by the name of Tracy by nature, and he says, "Damn, you hoes need help." And this is common and normal language that he used with women, and he kicks women off his panel and stuff like that. Now, he believes all the lies that Latanya tell, and he says that we're no different than anybody else, and we uh, only singling her out. She's the only one that's telling lies about us. And when we have an interview with Nature Boy or something, if we don't cuss him out and call him a bunch of names, she says that we kissed his ass and we're working with him. See, he's not aware of all this stuff. She's been trying to ruin our channels for uh, a very long time, and because she's a female and stuff, people believe what it's like the damsel in distress. So so anyway, is she says, "What are you talking about, Sui? I didn't use your pic. His lordship posted the pic, and I reposted. So before you assume shit, how about you ask, Sui?" Which is a pretty reasonable thing to say. And she didn't use any strong vulgar language towards him. She sounded quite civil towards him. And she said, "That is a lordship creation, Sui. Why not speak to his lordship, Sui, if you got issues about who made the pic?" And here goes um, the black boy. Fuck him. He's a hoe. How old is Sui? 33 or something, or 25? How old is Sui? What's up, Vicky in the building? Grand Rise, Bobby Blues, Reefa. Now, Sui says, "I'm a crybaby," but there is no text messages of me crying. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, if somebody made a video about me, if I kept saying, uh, if I said New Mexico is the 50th state, if I said Puerto Rico is a United State, and everybody on the whole island has the same culture, and all Mexicans have the same culture, and and Nicaraguans don't believe in domestic violence, and gay people only gay for two reasons, and white people this and black people that. Why would you think that it's just trolls that have issues with her? It's normal, everyday people that I don't know. I don't know anybody on YouTube or whatever, but this is the World Wide Web. Anybody can hear those videos and have something to say or do a thumbs down. It has nothing to do with me, Vic, Nature Boy. They ain't never heard of that shit. They just ran across your video and heard something that they didn't like. You see what I'm saying? If people comment on my videos all the time, and if somebody heard something they didn't like, I don't have an issue with it. I just say, "Oh, okay, they wasn't feeling it." So anyway, he said, if you If you didn't do it, I apologize. Motherfuckers is wild. Motherfuckers wild, man. I don't know. He said, I don't know how y'all mess with weak motherfuckers like that. Him, I can't even read this childlike shorthand. This is some ratchet 13-year-old girl shorthand. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, no personal attacks. It is obvious. It is what it is. I don't know how y'all mess with this weak motherfuckers like him. Shaking my head. Hey, whatever, man. Do as y'all please. Oh, he's 40? Oh, he looks 40. He does. He looks 45. But no personal attacks. I tried to be cool with him. I tried to squash it. I apologize, even though it wasn't my fault or anything like that. And if it was my fault, I apologize. And if he can't see it my way, then I apologize. So anyway, let's continue. Somebody sent me that. Of course, see, LaTanya say the same shit. They don't get mad at the motherfucker who sent the picture. They get mad at the person who made the picture. You know, they never heard of an alley-oop. What is an alley-oop? Two dudes going down the court, or another dude already at the end of the court, and he come with the ball, and then at the last second, he pops it up, and the other person put it in the hole. That's an alley-oop. The person who sent it to you is just as much as a troll as the person who made it. That's just like if somebody is somebody I know is gossiping with somebody I don't know about me. I always say to them, you didn't check them? You didn't put them in their place? You didn't tell them that's not true, and I don't appreciate you telling me this? Then you're just as bad as the person who said it. You know, you should have kicked them out your car. So anyway, somebody sent me this from you. Now, who did that sound? Don't that sound like he crying? That doesn't sound like me crying. Okay. So anyway, he says LaTanya. She says LaTanya is crazy, and which we all know, and people troll her, and the lady got issues, so she's obsessed with us, and she trolls. She is troll food, and you know what's crazy is this video is public, but yet LaTanya Trolls is going to screenshot this and give it to her like it's some big secret. I don't do nothing in secret. I use my real account. If I'm in your chat room and you can't see me, that's something that you did that you don't know. Just like everything else, when people know your address and know your parents' phone numbers and know your bank codes and all that shit, it's because of something you did. This dumb lady got pictures on her IG saying, look, they hacked my phone. When you can see the DU Recorder logo, the buttons, you can even see her face. This, you know how the DU Recorder puts a little square at the top, and you can see the word live on the screen. So that means that is a screenshot recording of her live show. And she said, this is proof that somebody hacked my email. And you wonder why people look at you sideways. It's because you look people dead in the eyes and tell them a lie, and you don't even know. Like, you don't even know you're lying. Like, you did something and didn't even know you did it, and then you say that you've been attacked and you're a victim of hacking. Why do you think people look at you strange? Why do you think people don't comment when you live or leave comments after your videos? They're just studying you like you strange. Though all those pictures come from your phone. Did you forget? All those pictures, those screenshots, was you live. You showed your mother's information and other family members. Anyway, I ain't going down that road. Anyway, let's see here. Tracy basically explaining her position. I'm more focused on what Suicide said, but Tracy is, letting them know that, you know, even on the post you can see it says lordship. See, he's just like the Tanya. They don't look at the fine details. If you go to his lordship IG right now, what I just said, I made a picture and it's no secret and it's public. So if you want to go there and screenshot and send it to the bonnet, go ahead. I have 3 arrows to prove that she was live on her phone. One arrow points to the word live from the DU recorder. The other arrow points to LaTanya's face in a small window. And then the other arrow reports to the controller interface of the DU recorder, the overlay controller. And she's showing her own emails as well as all the other stuff she ever shown. So nobody ever was worried about her ever, because either she's lying and pretending she don't know what she did, or she needs to be reminded of what she did, because when the shit hits the fan, we show you have a non-interest in privacy, and you do not care about your own safety and privacy. And you've been consistently showing that in your persona, in your personality, and your actions and body language. You have been consistent in jeopardizing your own safety and privacy. So you will never ever be able to come at anyone because you don't even act like you have a concern for your own safety and privacy. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, she says, even the post, you can see it says his lordship. His page is public, and you can see whatever you like. Nothing is hidden. Labanya is a lunatic who needs to log off and get a job. And then he says, if you didn't do it, I apologize. So he did not address the 2 sentences or the 2 paragraphs she just said. He just came back with, well, if you didn't do it, I apologize. So let's get this to scroll up. Yeah, let me scroll it up a little bit. So, let me fix the speed too, because there is some audio coming later on. So, anyway, so what he said, if you didn't do it, I apologize. She said, it's all good. Just ask next time. I never had issues with even though you didn't let me on your panel when Labanya was up there lying on me. So, first of all, he says I'm stalking and harassing LaTanya, and if, I'm paraphrasing, and if I go after LaTanya, well, I'm not going after Vic and other people and stuff like that. Well, the bonnet is the only one that tried to ruin my business and my associates, number one. But everybody you had beef with, you jumped into their beef and argument. You jumped into other ladies on YouTube and stuff, and gentlemen. You jumped into their beefs and arguments because before you did that, nobody was watching you. Nobody. Until you jumped on the carbonation bandwagon and stuff like that. You was talking about sports and rap battles and stuff like that, and piggybacking on other people's gossip stories about, artists and stuff, or basketball players, whatever. I don't know what the fuck. But nobody's watching that shit. So you might just be the female equivalent to LaTanya, since you want to be a rest haven for hoes and protect hoes. But, I'm sounding like you now, and I'm definitely not like you, because I'm a man of ethics, and I have integrity and a certain level of maturity. So let's listen to this black boy speak again. LOL. Oh, okay. Motherfuckers like starting shit. I don't even know if this is a girl writing or a dude, really. Um, why y'all don't like her? Why we don't like her? So he believed all that bullshit she be saying. Nobody never said they didn't like her. We just said that embassies are in every country in the world except two. In America, embassy is not in America. Why would a country have an embassy in their own country? That's ridiculous. That defeats the purpose. And then she'll argue you and say you're wrong, you're a liar, and then she block you. And since we can't talk in her chat room and we can't show her proof, we make a video with the proof. And then she said, and she doesn't watch the video. She just looks for her name in the title. And then she says, look, they're making videos calling me ugly and attacking me and doxing me. And it's not true. Because she not only she can't read and write, but she has a difficulty comprehending what's in text or video. But one of Sui's arguments is, if she is slow, then why, this let her be? Well, everybody don't know she's slow. Slow people can pass as regular people and get you killed and get you incarcerated and get you hurt and get you beat up by dudes like you who like to act first and ask questions later. So Sui said, well, what she do to you? You dox Latanya? No. And she said, Sui, do you really believe the lies Labanya is spewing? She can't even believe what he just said. Yeah, she just doxed her baby daddy. What's up, Marquise and Color for me and Vicky and everybody in the building? She just doxed her baby daddy out of spite. But if you ask me, I believe she really didn't know what she was doing. And when she did it, she didn't care once it started happening. Because she's done this before. So anyway, yeah, this is great. I've been wanting to defend myself and address this gentleman here, and I'm disappointed that he, there was a time when men could fight, and the one guy would pick the other guy off the floor and hand him his hat, and they would shake hands and go their separate ways. And later on, they might see each other at the bar and buy each other a drink and say, hey, man, you really whipped my ass that day. Yeah, I was mad at you, but you stood up to me, man. I respect that. You see what I'm saying? But when you have a man boy, when you have a man child, he does not know how to converse and settle things with a grown, mature man. You see what I'm saying? So, like a big uncle, like a godfather, like a OG, I gotta check him tonight, and I might do it 2 more times, and then the next 2 times it won't be as humble and as cordial as tonight. I will use strong language and strong imagery to show my disappointment in this young man. So he says, hey, that's what she said. Now, and then, she's laughing and she said, fuck her. And Sui said, some of y'all are bothering her family. See, so he's taking Latanya's side, but it's all an act because he used Latanya on his panel twice. It wasn't to help her. His channel is monetized, so he got monetary money and he got donations, and he didn't give Latanya no money because he knows she's slow too. the first time he had Latanya on his panel, Latanya said that Sui set me up and she ain't fucking with him no more. And then as soon as he asked her back, she came back. And both times he was monetized and got paid and got donations. So who is using Latanya? I am not monetized. You see what I'm saying? So, and you don't see me getting donations when I'm talking about her. I don't have no super chat. I'm talking about her right now. Did you hear a notification? Did you hear me go, thank you for whoever just donated? You know who you are. Thank you. No. It's not even about that. And I do so much work. Now, he puts down making videos. See, people who can't make a video, like Latanya and Suicide, they want to diss people who make videos. But this is a television website. This is a video website. If you can't make a video, why are you even on here? Anybody can set their phone up and yell and scream at the top of their lung with a wig on and sunglasses and act all like Milton Berle and shit and get people to watch. But it takes talent to have, like backdrop, artwork, logo, script, being out in the field, lighting, recording, filming, audio quality. That's work. Anybody can put their thumb over the camera and every other word is whole motherfucker, bitch, slut, fuck that shit, dumb motherfucker, goddamn. Anybody can do that. Anyway. Right. You say Sui trolling too. Well, for those of you who just walked in, this is a note between Tracy by Nature and Suicide, and I was the subject of the matter. So I'm just letting you know what it is, and let's take a station break.
You may violate you. Desecrate you. You may penetrate you. You may complicate you. Help me. I've broken up my insides. Help me. I've got no soul to tell. Help me. The only thing that works for me. Help me get away from myself.
Okay, we are back. Now, let me see here. Test 1 2 1 2. Let's get back to the letter. Now, correction. I have always stood firm. I ain't like low fat. Sui is not a man though. What is the price of popularity? Someone help me understand what good is getting views when she's doing it for free. Well, the reason why I brought the whole thing up is about suicide. Now, suicide is not the only one. Now, I'm not saying this is good or bad. You could be the judge. If you know somebody's a complete fool, and you know if you bring them to your panel, it's going to get some views, and you got your channel monetized, and you know you get donations, and you know people are going to find it funny. Um, it ain't your fault that they not smart enough to know that they're being, you know, conveniently used. You know, every time something is being used, it ain't bad. It's just being like used is not a bad word. It's just that it is what it is. You're being used. Now, if you know you're being used, then it's cool. But if you don't know you're being used, and you in your head you think you're using the person, then you a fool, because those videos will be up forever and they will continue. I don't have to act vulgar. I don't have to lie or dox people, you know, to get monetary gain. I don't dox people. I was doxed. How can you take LaTanya's side when I was doxed? I don't use my government name, and I don't use that, you know, I don't put my picture on Instagram and all of that stuff. So you know, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the fact that she's female. She get a pass, I guess. I don't know. If somebody doxed her, I don't know who did that, and none of these people know each other. We're not children. We're grown. We're not sticking together like kids on the schoolyard, working together, plotting and planning, and setting people up. I don't know nobody that, you know, not like that. I associate and cordially know people who appreciate me and view my shows and videos and stuff. I got people who don't come in the chat, but they comment on the videos and vice versa, and some do both. But there is no conspiracy. There's no conspiracy to fuck with people. I'm a very, very busy person. I'm like you can almost say that, you know how you got A and B level stars, and then you probably got a C level star. Well, I'm a D level star, and I be moguling at my level D. You know what I'm saying? But some people ain't on any level. Like, they're not even on any level. You see what I'm saying? I'm a man of several talents, and I'm known for a couple of talents that don't have nothing to do with each other, but they can work together. You see what I'm saying? And yes, I receive monetary gain sometimes for those things, for those talents. So, but yeah, let's get back to this letter here, because, you know, you can understand a person through their dialogue, you know, through the way they talk and address another human being, from the way they conversate, because words are powerful, and you don't have much time, and you need to get your point across very quickly, and you need them to really understand where you're coming from. So she says no, it's no one is bothering her family. And then he says, y'all got that Labanya name from Vic, right? And y'all busy in the chat. That's good. And then she says, no, I know her before Vic. She was on IG. And then he said, I seen her number get put out. You see that bullshit right there? He's just like her. Gossip. He believes the queen of rumors and gossip. So she had to check him again. She said no one has reached out to her family. And you know what? I ain't going to even read that, but if somebody was reaching out to her family, it was to say, I don't know nobody who reached out to her family. And if somebody said they did it, they were just joking because they knew that she was watching the chat room, so they was taunting and teasing her, which could be wrong or right, but I'm just saying that just because somebody in the chat room said they did it, they just fucking with you because they know you will believe it, and they don't know who. But see, her dumb ass would be like, oh, they trying to cop a plea and get out of trouble. No, stupid. Nobody ain't never been in trouble or in danger or worried about authorities or none of that stuff. Vic and everybody put their address out a long time ago, and if somebody used it or went online and showed his house, he wouldn't be mad because he's been in the news before. His house is already public record. It already been on TV, and everybody's house is on Google Maps. And I put my address out there and name. Ain't nobody hiding. There's nothing to hide from. I've been online since 1996. There's nothing to hide from. So anyway, she put her own stuff out, and either she knows and she's lying and saying that she didn't, or she's really, really got a disability and she really don't know what she did. Maybe she has a split personality or something. I don't know. She put everything out. She even showed her bank account, everything. So y'all think it's cool to go after a woman y'all call slow? Well, you had a lady who was slow on your panel twice just for the views and money, and pretended like you were trying to help her or support her. And you have a history of getting in women's beefs and disrespecting women and name calling and kicking them off your panel. I don't have that kind of history. So let's continue. Okay. So Tracy says that's why this is hilarious. You know, her email account and stuff was from her. Yeah. So if you go to His Lordship 2020 right now, you will see where I prove that she's showing her own email. It says live on the screen. You see the DU recorder controls, and you see her picture in the square in the top right corner. And he says, His Lordship is weak. He cries and he makes videos because he doesn't get his way. Wow. I make videos because I'm a multimedia artist. You know, when I first started, I was just some dude who made beats, who chewed on licorice root and smoked blunts. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm a full multimedia artist that can do whatever the fuck he want. You know, if I want to make a rap album or R&B album or a reggaeton album or whatever the fuck, gospel album, I don't know. I'm surrounded by guitars and shit. I don't even know how to play. I think I can play the bass though. So anyway, I'm crying. Doesn't it sound like he's crying in this message? If I was crying, I think I would be yelling. You know, I would sound like True Freeman. I'm crying right now. I'm crying right now. Anyway, I'm trying to do this in a real dignified manner, you know, because if he does respond, it's going to be, oh, that whole ass bitch ass nigga, let me show you the proof. Look at this video right here. He's making fun of LaTanya. Play the audio. You know, play the audio so people can hear the words coming out of my mouth. Because what they do is they show the title and the cover art, but they don't play the video. You see what I'm saying? Just like LaTanya thinks nobody saw the video I made, that satirical video with animation, so she plays the audio, but she doesn't show the screen. So anyway, she says, but she does all of this for attention. Oh, thanks, Marquise. And I'm looking out of the corner of my eye. I know I'm not catching everything, but I always go back and read the chat on the playback. So anything that I may have missed, I will read later on. And if you do @ my name, I'll see the orange marker and it'll draw me into what you're saying if you're speaking directly to me. So it says, but y'all cool with him, right? He's not slow. A lot of y'all do it for attention. So he's saying that, yeah, she's doing it for attention, but a lot of y'all do it for attention. But we don't lie for attention. Do you understand that this is permanent? This is forever. This every statement you make in text or audio is time stamped and dated. So that means that it's like a document, and the Google turns your vocals on your videos into text writing and stores that information. So all this bullshit you do, all this immaturity and cussing and vulgarity and talking shit, even though you think you're playing around and joking, it's going to be on record forever. And it's going to be a part of your profile and your personality. If you decide to kill yourself tomorrow or kill somebody else, the news media, if they can get access to it, they will bring all that stuff up to embarrass you. And people who don't know the law, who doesn't know about entertainment and media and phone companies and all this stuff, always talking out of the side of their neck to scare people. You don't scare the cult members' families into working with you. You don't tell the cult members' family in a video that your children is going to die right now if you don't talk to me. Right now, your children are in jail in Nicaragua, and I'm the only one that can help you right now. If you don't call me or contact me right now, your children is going to die. So Sui is okay with that. Oh, here is baby Eliana. Look what they did. They put her naked picture on IG. Here's the pictures. I got it. Like it's some kind of exclusive. Any picture that's public, do you know she thinks that she gets things first? No, stupid. We ain't dumb enough to make a video of that bullshit. There's a reason why trust me, because when she was working and all this stuff, she always got stuff last. And she didn't know where to look. She don't know how to search keywords and stuff like that. So if by the time she showed something or played something, it was already old. And all she did was sit back and play, the T and all these other people. And then when they didn't want her to do it, then she said, oh, they working with Nature Boy. When she got flagged by ZX and all this stuff, oh, you're going to get in trouble too. Like anybody who doesn't acknowledge her or work with her, she wants them to go to jail, or they're working with Nature Boy. It's very odd to me. It's a very childish way of thinking. So anyway, I don't even remember my point, but she thinks that she can easily get a subpoena from a judge to make any phone company give you information on a person. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. I know I have a picture of the inside of his place though, but it was public. Anyway, that is so ridiculous. You watch too many movies. It should never be easy for a judge to get a phone company to release information on the cell phone that was in your possession. You know what I'm saying? You don't really own, let's see, you're paying for the service and you're paying to keep the device so you don't have to pay a monthly fee for the device. But some people are, leasing to own, and then they actually own the phone and they tell people, yeah, I own my phone, but the phone still belongs to the phone company. Now check this out. I know I'm talking slow, but there was a premise set before cell phones was invented. This premise was set with a landline phone. There was a lady who was being stalked by this guy. He drove by her house. Somebody wrote down his license plate, and the police went to the phone company and said, "Hey, we have a name. Can you give us this person's information, his address? We got this guy license plate. He's stalking this lady. Can you give us his private information?" Well, the information belongs to the phone company, not the gentleman. The gentleman went to jail. He got in trouble. He went to jail, but his lawyer thought he had a case where they obtained his information without a warrant and that it wasn't legal. The police don't need a warrant to get information from the phone company because the phone company does not have to give up everything on your phone belongs to the phone company. And if you have one of the top three services right now, I can't say no names, but one of the top three phone companies on April 26th, they're going to start selling your information unless you tell them not to. You're actually going to have to go to the website or respond in the email and tell them that you want to have the least amount of them being involved in your everyday things, because now we don't know, they go to Congress all the time asking for permission. Like Alexis has asked to be on at all times. They got people lobbying for Alexis in Congress, and now one of the large three cellular companies is going to be allowed to sell information that obtains from you because the phone actually belongs to the phone company. They don't have to cooperate with anybody. And because they won a case back in the 70s before cell phones, every time somebody take them to court over phone information, they use that as a premise for the case. So it sounds good coming out of your mouth, and it sounds believable, and it sounds like whatever you want can happen just because you think of it in your mind and you see it on TV. But in reality, the phone company easily gave the police the information. It was without a warrant. It was just the phone company saw the seriousness of the matter and fully cooperated with the police, but they were under no legal constraint or whatever, or there was no legal order to make them do what they did. They just wanted to help the police. But if there was other situations, they wouldn't have got that information. Steve Jobs ain't never gave the government no information. Now, dude from Microsoft may have, because his wife worked for the government, but Steve Jobs didn't play that. Steve Jobs used to be out here around me. Steve Jobs never even registered. Steve Jobs never even registered his car. He used to drive around in an expensive Mercedes with no plates. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, she always throwing it out there. The phone company can get the records and the videos and the stuff off your phone. Well, whatever. There's a boy out here that's missing that got out. He got out of a lift and started walking because the Lyft driver was going across a bridge and going the wrong direction. And he said, "You know what, dude? I'm just going to get out here and walk home." And they can't find him. He has a smartphone. The Lyft driver has a smartphone. He's using the Lyft app. The car has GPS. Where is this boy? There's Wi-Fi everywhere that can track him. You see what I'm saying? And they can't get the information from the phone unless the phone company wants to give it up. Now, another thing, she's always talking about what the feds would do and the police and authorities. Well, where I live, if your house get broken into, and unless your house is made out of all glass and the crooks wear Royal Crown Bergamot grease in their hair or hair rep, or they have an obsession with Vaseline, the police is not going to do a fingerprint job to help track down the thieves. The police will not fingerprint. They will not check for fingerprints because of your home burglary. The only way they would check for fingerprints if somebody's during the burglary, if somebody is murdered or damn near murdered, then they might fingerprint. But if it's just a regular burglary and you wasn't at home, they're not going to check for fingerprints. You know why? Because fingerprints cost $15,000 in our city. Every time they have to fingerprint for something, it costs the city $15,000. So all this stuff about the Fayetteville police and all of this stuff, nobody do nothing for free. Everything has a price. Investigations have a price. Extraditing somebody, even if somebody says, I was in the cult, I just escaped, I don't have the money, can you help me get home? The embassy ain't paying for your ass to get home. And if they do, which is rare, they're going to check your credit and shit. And when you get back, you're going to have to pay. As soon as you get back, you're going to have to pay them back, or you're going to go to jail. But ain't nobody, do you know how many people can say, people like LaBanya, I'm sure she would lie and say, yeah, I was kidnapped by a gang, and they took everything I have, and now I need a way to get home. I'm glad I was able to make it here. I ran 10 miles. You see what I'm saying? I had a friend who was a Nawapian that was living in Jamaica, and when she finally went to the embassy, she'd been in Jamaica so long, she had dreads. She was middle class. She went to Spelman, all that. She was square. She got turned out, went to Jamaica, had a baby. And when she went to the embassy, she was living in the bush. They didn't even believe she was American. She didn't have her passport, and she had a fake Jamaican accent from being around them. And she barely got home. You see what I'm saying? So the government is not in the business of paying for people to get home because of some dumb shit they done. Okay? So anyway, yeah, the embassy is not getting you out of jail. You don't think Americans go to other countries, and this white boy in China smoked weed at his friend's house on 3 different occasions. He smoked one joint on 3 different occasions in China in his friend's house. They gave him a year for each time he smoked the joint. He didn't even have time to call his parents. He was in jail for 3 years, and when he got out, his parents didn't know he was dead or alive. When he got out, then he was able to contact his parents and figure out how to get home. And in Singapore and stuff, they always manipulate somebody. These girls make the guys feel like they in love, and then they say, can you take this package with you to America with you? You know, shit like that. But one dude got publicly whipped with a bamboo stick in Singapore because he drew graffiti on the wall in the alley. But in Singapore, you could get your ass whooped publicly as punishment for spitting on the ground or chewing gum within the city limits or the country territory. It's illegal to chew. That's how clean Singapore is. You can eat off the ground. They have 2 types of trash. They have the trash can for regular garbage, and then they have another can just for you to spit in. They don't want you to spit or urinate or chew gum within the territory. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, we getting off the subject. The embassy will only make sure you are being treated according to the laws that of the country and inform your family. Yes, because when you're in that country, you need to follow the laws of that country. There's only one rule, and I guess in the Geneva Convention, there's only one rule that stands firm in all countries that Americans visit, is that you cannot touch children even if it's legal in that country. But other than that, things that may be illegal in America, if it's legal in that country, it's okay. So Americans been going to Amsterdam and stuff for a long time, for years and years and years. They ain't never had no problem. Amsterdam, weed festival, Amsterdam red light district, um, shit like that. So, yeah, you can enjoy whatever goes in these other countries. You feel, let the funk fly free. But as long as you're not touching kids, it does not matter what you do in other countries. And trust me, South Americans countries are majority. They have their own tribal, or what's that? I don't want to use the word. What's the word? It's a word, pagan. Christians like to use the word pagan. So yeah, South Americans have their own pagan beliefs, and it differentiates depending on the regions. But a lot of South Americans are Catholic. There's more South American Catholics than they are Italian Catholics. Okay. It is odd that there's more bishops in Italy than in South America. So when they vote for the Pope, the Italy has the dominant vote. Don't ask me why I know this stuff, but so it was really great that a South American was able to be Pope, because obviously there's more devout Catholics in South America than in Europe, and in places like England, people are turning in their Catholic shirt every day. And London has a Muslim mayor. Just to let you know, the city of London has a Muslim mayor. I don't know if they still do, but they did. So anyway, the Vatican has a German accountant, because it's hard to find a legitimate Italian accountant that's not involved in the underworld. So yeah, there's a new day in the Vatican. There's a South American Pope and a German accountant. So when Latanya says that they don't care about domestic violence in Nicaragua or whatever, that's very insulting. That's very insulting. And especially when Nicaragua was trying to clean up these small cult groups and these offshoot religious groups and stuff. But, I don't know. So when I mention this stuff, doesn't it sound like I'm teaching? Doesn't it sound like I'm trying to be informative and help people understand things? I don't think that this is vicious or harsh, or this is meant to hurt feelings. This is just someone begging to differ. This is someone with a difference of opinion that's based on and rooted in fact. You see what I'm saying? Now, what's funny is, because I don't want to stay too far off the subject, we have a lot to learn when we go visit countries, and when you don't learn about their customs and stuff, you leave yourself open to being caught up in some shit. One guy went to Costa Rica, and there was a gang there that before they commit a crime, they do a sacrifice, and that gives them good luck, and it assures them that the crime would be successful. So they did kidnap an American tourist and cooked him alive and ate him in Costa Rica. On another end of the spectrum, Britney Spears was 16 in Germany. They rented a club to celebrate her birthday, and there was about 20 people, but they drank enough alcohol for 400 people, and she didn't know that you could drink under the age 21 in Germany. You could be as young as 16 and drink liquor. They didn't have to, do it all in private and be all sneaky about it. It was okay to drink liquor for teenagers in Germany. But anyway, let's get back to the program. His Lordship, she said, I just tell her stop saying my name, and I don't call her family, and I wouldn't want no one doing it to me, so I would never. Now, Suicide says, and he keeps bringing my name up, His Lordship is weak. he cries and he makes videos because he doesn't get his way. And she says, but she does it. She does all of this for attention, and we already got to that part. And he said, but y'all cool with him, right? He's not slow, and a lot of y'all are doing this for attention. She ain't innocent, but if she is slow, like y'all say, then why keep bothering her? So correcting misinformation on a video website where you make response videos, that is bothering and bullying and attacking someone, and that is hating on someone. If you put a thumbs down because you heard someone address English people as Britons, that's just hating. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, he says, if it was the other way around, y'all wouldn't like it. I see more than you think. So he stalks people's channels, and he said, y'all do the same to Nature Boy. So he's a pro Nature Boy person. He is a Nature Boy fan. And if we have time, because I do got to work on some intros, we're going to show his playlist where he has a fascination and an admiration for Eliana. And he said that Eliana looks like a whole snack, disease and all. And Eliana is, bless her heart, she is kind of slow. And so he has an affinity for slow people because he had Latanya on his panel, and he's sexually attracted to Eliana, disease and all. And this is a person who had people bow to her and her baby, forced group sex. The Nature Boy was holding, Aya was holding the baby while Nature Boy was having sex with Aya. Eliana comes over, takes the baby, puts the baby down, and then Nature Boy says, join us, and then she joins them. So it doesn't sound like a victim to me, but anyway. He says, y'all do the same to Nature Boy, and if the roles were reversed, we couldn't handle it. Well, I invite anyone. I hope that Sui responds to this video and try to prove me wrong. And every time, even Latanya, whenever they try to play my video, they have to stop it because the videos be too factual. Latanya showed Nature Boy's, since he liked Nature Boy so much, and he had Latanya on his panel, and she's such a victim. Did he know that Latanya showed 4 nude pictures of his baby, which she refuses to? She's just going to say, oh, they're lying. And, we have never told any lies on Latanya. Because when we play her videos, because she say, why you play videos that I've already recorded and shown? Because you don't believe in words, and words don't have no meaning, then you don't understand why we replay the videos, because you have said things that you don't understand the significance of what you said. You have said some very damaging things, and because this is a public medium and a public platform, and everything you do is time-stamped and dated, that is a affidavit. That is a legal document. This is written. It might as well be written in stone. And 10 years or 20 years from now or 15 years from now, the bullshit that you put up can come back and haunt someone. You see what I'm saying? So what you say on a public platform, this is YouTube. This is not your personal website. Just like Nature Boy wants you to take him serious on Big O, and he said, you gotta respect me and respect the platform, and this is our home. Motherfucker, you on Big O. All the other Jesuses got their own website. Look up the Jesus from Australia. His home is not on Facebook. He has his own website, and he owns property in America, and he owns property in Australia, and he is huge. And guess what? There is a comedian in Australia who makes a living from making fun of the Jesus in Australia. So that just blew everybody argument out the park. There is a professional comedian. All he does is talk about this fake Jesus in Australia, and he makes a living to provide for his family. Now, the fake Jesus is so powerful and so intimidating, he don't have to use any physical abuse and any physical force to entice his members. I've seen people sit next to him on stage and tell him about their issues and problems and how they believe in him. And I've seen people go into seizures and convulsions just getting close to him. So you talk about mind games and the power of the mind and controlling people and running game. Nature Boy ain't nowhere near that. He's just a little punk with a little internet hustle. And if somebody dumb enough to think he the Messiah and they lose their virginity or whatever, that's on them. They not a victim. They saw somebody who finally is saying what they like to hear. I've been waiting for a dude who understands what I've been thinking and what I've been feeling. These are birds of a feather. They flock together. You think if Nature Boy died tomorrow, there will still be people acting and thinking like him. You know what I'm saying? They finally found someone who says, you're okay. You know, I've done some fucked up shit too. Let's be fucked up together. Oh, you been burnt? I've been burnt too. Shit, I've been burnt 50 times. Oh, you been burnt 10 times? Well, fuck it. Come down, hang with us, get burnt 10 more times. We'll all be burnt together. You know? This is, damn. All right. Breakfast. Say it slow. Break fast. Breakfast. Break fast. Okay? You're breaking your fast. You should only eat 1 meal a day. Breakfast is break fast. So YouTube is television. They used to call TVs used to have a tube inside. That's why they call it the tube. So the word you is you. They didn't want to use iTube. Maybe Apple already have a patent on the phrase iTube, so they call it YouTube. And then the symbol looks like a TV with the play button. YouTube.com. .com is the abbreviation for commercial. There's .org, .net, .co or .ic, and .this and .that. They all have meanings. They don't just make this shit up. They don't just come up with this shit and it has no. Everything has a meaning. I'm sorry that the bonnet and stuff like that don't understand this, but everything has a meaning. .com has a meaning. If you're on the .com, you should be trying to sell something or teach something or entertain something. If you got a .org, you probably got a nonprofit or something that really helps people with information and stuff like that. And .net, I'm sure it's probably something financial, or you have a business, you know, and so on and so forth. So yeah, right here I see a button that says download. Don't nobody have to secretly record your videos, because they can just click download whenever they feel like it. But some people don't, you know, they never paid for a premium account or something. Maybe they don't understand it. Just like she didn't know why she was monetized, and now she tried to act like she was never monetized. She was monetized twice, and we have the screenshots of her getting donations with Nature Boy name in the title. But this is all okay with suicide. Showing Eliana breastfeeding and calling her Eliana a bitch while she's showing a picture of Eliana's breastfeeding and saying that the baby is thinking all this nasty vulgar stuff. All that's okay with suicide. Her showing naked pictures of Eliana, all that's okay with suicide. And telling people where they can go and watch Nature Boy get fellatio by 2 victims, telling them where they can go and see it, all that's okay with suicide. So anyway, he said, y'all, he said, so let her, let's hear it. Is his lordship right in his actions when he say, oh wait a minute, I could barely see this shit. Is lordship? Let's hear it. Is lordship right in his actions when he's a crybaby? But like I said, oh yeah, C. Wilson, I'm still here. But who's crying? I don't make tons of videos about me being blocked. I mentioned it a couple of times and I let it go. But here, it looks like he's crying. And soon we're going to get to the audio part. This is great. So Tracy says, a normal person is not going to spend hours upon hours online like that and act that way. I have a responsibility. Oh, I have responsibilities, and social media is not one. Okay, so I think we're getting close to the audio part, which is really cool because then I can put the mute button and chill for a minute. So let's see here, and then you get to hear this black boy speak. All right, and let me put this thing up here. Yeah, he is an Uncle Tom. He's an Uncle Tom based on the second definition of an Uncle Tom, not the first one, not the first common definition, but he is a Uncle Tom based on the second definition of an Uncle Tom. I just want to say that for the record. I'll be the bitch ass nigga and the cryberry and the punk ass nigga and the fuck nigga and the nigga that I'll never forgive. That sound like he crying. If you block me and you won't accept my apology and you'll never block me or respect me or have a dialogue or associate with me, then that makes you look like the crybaby. Because I'm saying, hey man, I took off my gloves and I slapped you in the face and I'm challenging you to a duel outside, and I walked outside. And then you come outside and said, well, since you slapped me in the face, I'm gonna have to duel you because it's my respect that's on the line. And then you say, you know what, fuck you, you ain't shit, and I'll just tell him that I won, and I go back inside the bar. You see, you see what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah. Troll me, address me, make videos about me. I choose my words very carefully. When I make videos and stuff, and when I go live and when I make videos and all this stuff, it's a production because I'm on the internet television. And I take multimedia and broadcasting and stuff very seriously. So anyway, let's get to it.
Lies. I see you out here, you ain't really want to keep it real, because a lot of you niggas spend hours on hours on hours doing the same thing. When y'all gonna do it? Because niggas on that side, they fuck around. They spend hours on hours on hours editing videos, doing panels. That was that People of Game, Auntie Miracle. Are you gonna try to tell me they don't do the same thing, or are you gonna sit up here and act like you don't know? See, you gonna tell the truth now, or you gonna act like you don't know? What is a normal person? A normal person is subjective. A normal person is subjective. A lot of
Okay. So like the bonnet. Suicide just looks at titles and pictures. So maybe he's illiterate also. Maybe he doesn't comprehend what he reads and text and can't comprehend what he sees here. Because when you listen to Auntie Miracle and people and stuff critique her, they let her speak, and then they give their opinion what she said. Now, my thing is, I was blocked just for checking your credibility because if you're gonna join the fight, because nobody asked her to be a part of this. Nobody told her to defend anybody. Nobody told her to help or nothing. She just came out of nowhere and really was willing to work with her because it was something odd. Then she just went after everybody and accused people. She said Vic was Teenage Boy. She played a video where Nature Boy said Vic was Teenage Boy, and I was like, hold up. How is Nature Boy a liar and wrong about everything? And then when he says Vic is Nature Boy, all of a sudden now he's not a liar. That's the only thing that he ever said that was the truth. That was what I thought was crazy. Out of all the shit she said that's bullshit, that's wrong. He's stealing information. But then when he says, it's like I said, she don't understand sarcasm either. She don't understand a lot of adult social situations, and she doesn't understand the architecture of language. So he must be the same way. He must, his mentality must be like 8, 9 years old, something like that. So it's just strange to me. I mean, I can't even fathom this. I can't even understand this. It's very odd. But he think Auntie Miracle and Peeper just sit there and go, oh, look at this fat, ugly, dumb bitch. Look at her clothes. No. She says something, and then they give their opinion based on their own knowledge and expertise. Especially when Latanya starts talking about law. Auntie Miracle knows something about law. She's in the field. You see what I'm saying? And Peeper has been around the block a few times, and he knows a few things also. So people just hate to be corrected, and people love to spread misinformation, views, and to feel important. And if you can't understand that, then something is wrong with you. Who can sit and listen to somebody put down somebody for 2, 3, 4 hours? They're not put down. They're saying, look, there's 50 states, not 52 states. What's so bad about correcting somebody? A fifth grader knows how many states in the United States. Come on now. I know I'm echoing. My bad.
A lot of people spend hours on hours talking about how they want to talk or doing panels. So what you mean, man? Are you gonna tell the truth, or are you just gonna keep on beating around the bush like people don't see what the hell going on? I'm waiting for you to tell me what his lordship do. Is that any kind of is that any type of crybaby or slowness? What his lordship do, and people of game and all them other motherfuckers who talks and Vic Damone and all that? I'm waiting for you to tell me what's their problem is.
Okay, Sui, let's read what I said. I said a normal person.
Okay. I don't know if it was too much echo of what I said before, but basically, I'm not going to repeat that, but I hope the echo wasn't too bad. But now Tracy by Nature is going to respond to Sui because she's tired of texting and he's tired of texting, and he's saying, why are you sharing that weak nigga shit? So now I'm a weak nigga, I'm this, I'm that. When I got blocked from his channel, I didn't even use that language in his chat room. Everything was going fine until Gemini told him to block me. You know what I'm saying? Number one, I can't be blocked. I'm in everybody's channel all the time. I'm everywhere. I'm so and so. I'm this, I'm that. I'm I'm like the air. I'm the ether that you exist in. I'm the fly on the wall. Okay? Anyway, um, she's about to respond to him because she's getting tired of his bullshit. And he said, "Why you sharing that weak nigga shit? Should they be sharing your shit? Where you roasting people like Jazzy and Mayad and Ashe and Black and whoever else you can include yourself in? I'm sure you roasted uh uh I can't even think of their names, but I think every female in the black sector you made a derogatory video about and included yourself, and you was never even mentioned or talked about, but you included yourself. I'm responding to what was done to me even before the doxing, being accused of working with Nature Boy, being accused of cyber was it donation fraud. I can't even, it's so much shit I can't even anyway, let me play this.
Person's not going to spend hours upon hours online like that. Meaning, every day you spend 7 to 8 hours online. I am not people of the game. I am not Auntie Miracle. I do not have 5, 6, 7 hour shows. That's not me. I will hop in a live, say, hey, most of the time I leave. I'm talking about me. I'm not speaking for anybody else. I cannot talk for anybody else. They have their shows once a week to do a recap. That's them. If you have an issue with them or his lordship, you need to reach out to them, Sui. I don't have anything to do with them. The only thing, if you go to my YouTuber page, the only thing that you see on my page is just the fuck shit that I catch and not post. I don't have that. I can't even talk that long to do like hours upon hours. That's just not me. I don't have it in me. Thank you. And why you yelling? I literally had to turn my phone down. I don't need, look, you're not on YouTube. You don't have to do all that loud talking with me like that. That makes my head hurt, yo. All that yelling you doing, Suey. Now, if you would like, I can always relate a message to people, Auntie Miracle and his lordship, if you don't want to reach directly out to them. I have no issues with that. And Sui, again, I'm listening to the rest of your message. You're so loud though, but I don't care what they do. I don't care if they make 50 million videos on her. I don't care. I'm not into all that editing. I do little simple shit for my little page on my auntie. That's it. I'm not into all that editing, blah, 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 blah. That's not me. Suey, why are you... Listen, Suey. I really don't give a fuck about none of these people on social media. I don't care about Labanyas, her blah, blah, blah. She's trollful, so other people will continue to troll her. At the end of the day, I don't really care. I don't take this shit seriously. This is not my life. I don't depend on this shit for donations. I don't give a fuck. They can shut off social media tomorrow. I will survive. Some people will not survive. I will survive. I don't care. So I don't take this shit to heart. I don't take this shit seriously at all. So you must understand that about me. And maybe you seem really bothered by his lordship. Maybe you need to reach out to his lordship since you seem bothered. But again,
Whoa, let me see. Okay, now let me see here. Girl, you can see Girl, if you can see what you see in Latanya, then how you don't do the same to him? I'm confused. So he's comparing me to her and saying that I'm the same as her. Who have I lied on? Who am I? Have I ever been jealous of the T or anybody? Speaking on Nature Boy, I be in their chat rooms participating. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know, she said that a year ago, she said she could take them down, but she wanted to speak to the families first. And then I have a video saying that she was working with the Marquez and she was telling Jazzy off in the video, you know, saying that you're not the only one that's working with Mr. Marquez. And then yesterday she said she's never talked to him before, and that if he want to talk to her, you know, you going live, he going live behind her back when he could talk to her right now. And I said, this lady is delusional. You know, don't nobody even know who she is. So it's all weird to me. You know, like, it's just weird. But Latanya called people dumb, stupid, dumbasses. So find the Lordship video while I'm calling anyone stupid and dumbasses and dodo birds and calling them weird names and shit. Find that video. Find the video where I have an issue with any female in the black sector. You know, because he go after the ones that have numbers, so you know it's clout chasing. He go after the ones that got a big following, and you know what that's about. I'm sure he's been. I don't even know his play. Like, I don't even know all his videos, but I bet you can find a video on Clyde and all those people that he has something to say that did not mention him. This person mentioned me, okay, and this person got mad at me because I can see that they're full of shit and what they're doing is working against everybody else and what they're trying to do. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, he says, y'all say all this stuff about her, but hang with people that's no better. So explain that. Now, I don't hang with anybody. I hope he watched this from beginning to end. I don't have a click crew entourage. I don't have a car pit. If I put my race car into the car pit, I would have to get out and change all the tires myself. You know what I'm saying? I would have to inflate the tires, check the oil, and do all that shit and get back in the car, put my seatbelt on, and pull off. Okay? I can't be successful online if I got enemies. That ain't how I get my hustle on, by beefing with people. So it's not to my benefit. You know, it's like that movie Love of War with Nicolas Cage. I'm kind of in that position. So anyway, so she's going to explain that. And then it says, that's not what I asked. You don't take it serious because it's not happening to you, but I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. He's the one doing shit. You reposting it. And so who's bothered? So anyway, let me hit play because I'm sounding retarded right now.
I don't give a fuck about social media, yo. I don't. It's not that serious to me. The only way people will allow social media to affect them is if you put, first of all, people who put their personal business out there, they need to stop it. Just stay private. That's it. That is the end to all. Keep your shit private. I repost anything. I'm not judging against anybody. If I followed you and you posted something that I liked or whatever the case is, I'm gonna take it and repost it. I don't care. I'm not gonna say, oh well, I'm not gonna repost him because he's this way. I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, it's funny that it ended right with that picture of Nature Boy. You know, the accidentals. That was not planned. Oh yeah. So anyway, yeah, that was an accident there. So it's up to him. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no issue with this. Right, Bright Street. I don't have no issue with this dude. You know, I'm a one man island. You know what I'm saying? Robert and Crusoe. It's a Robin and Crusoe, but there's no Crusoe. Like it's, I ain't part of no team. I don't know what Suey called his group. People have the Rat Pack and the Village People and the Wolves and all kind of shit. I don't got that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even got time to be online for long periods of time. That's why when I be in chat rooms, I use emojis because I be driving and shit, And today I fell on my unicycle because I was looking at my phone and I didn't see a pothole, and I messed up a $200 Eddie Bauer jacket, and I'm trying to fix it tonight. Because I fuck that. I only had it 2 days. But make a video about that. Tease me about falling on my unicycle. The video that I have posted. I landed on my feet, but that was yesterday. But tonight, I rode a long way to a canyon, but I decided to turn around when I got there because I fell right when I got near the entrance of the canyon. So I was like, oh fuck. So before I went live, I was checking the vehicle, making repairs. And then I looked at my brand new pumpkin colored Eddie Bauer jacket, hoodie, insulated, off the hook, and it's fucking holes in the jacket from one fall. But underneath my jacket, I wore a Teflon type of bodysuit that, when on impact, certain areas harden up. So around your elbow and whatever the material is at on impact, it hardens up. And that shit worked. That shit blew my mind. Like when I fell, I couldn't believe how the suit under my jacket protected me. And then the equipment, I wear these like, it looks like gun harness underneath my armpits, and it was full of equipment. So when I fell on my chest and stomach, the equipment took the brunt of the fall too. So I didn't even really get hurt. My helmet, the edge of the face mask hit the ground a little bit. My helmet didn't get damaged. My helmet didn't touch the ground. Only the edge of the face, because I fell face first on my chest, but my chin and my face didn't hit the ground because I do have an open chin helmet. But then I have on roller skating wrist guards, and that protected my hand. I just got a scrape on my hand. But yeah, you don't drive fast at night in areas you're not familiar with. And I didn't have on my knee pads, but I didn't hurt my knees. So that was crazy. Yeah, the book Robin and Caruso. I don't know what I said. It's late. it's late here, and I'm supposed to be working on the outro. I just finished the music. I got to do the visuals. It's going to be part animation. But yeah, is it Robinson and Caruso? But what about Enemy Mines? Enemy Mines is the alien version of Robin and Caruso. You see, and as you can see, there's Enemy Mines. That's Lou Gossett side right there. So yeah, this might be the petty part of the show. I might as well get petty if someone is not going to accept your apology, and if somebody's not going to be reasonable, you might as well go ahead and go the other route. Bozzy in the building, Vicky in the building, Bright Street in the building. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but the older you get, the more poetic falling can be. This tonight it was very poetic, you know. My body armor is not cheap. My new jacket ain't cheap. My helmet and stuff. So I just fell on a bunch of me. I was okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got lucky. Okay, Mona Me in the building, or Moni Mom 3, yeah. C Wilson, everybody. Yeah. So we reached the petty part of the show, and I think I have a picture slideshow. Since, like I said, since nobody want to man up and say let bygones be bygones, and meet me halfway, where I take 50% of the blame, because like I said, Haters World is a real channel. It had nothing to do with dissing anybody. Haters World got content. I was blocked just because Jim and I didn't like the name of my channel. Haters World is still active. Haters World still gets new videos. It's Haters, and then it's WURLD with the globe. Okay. So let me play a little music as I get petty.
Let me repeat that. I will never in my life be ashamed of whatever it is that I'm out here doing. Okay? When I told you niggas that I was Ike Love and that I rode Dolo from state to state, about that life, never gonna fucking feel like I'm any type of way because of how I'm acting. Nigga, a lot of you niggas is pussy. A lot of you niggas talk a good talk, but the truth of the matter is, you fucking pussy. You fucking pussy. I'll be the first to tell you that. You don't respect a bitch that's out here on her grind. You don't respect a woman that's trying to fucking shine. You pussy. You pussy. You only wanna fucking do things and claim things when it's convenient for you. When it's convenient for you, who the fuck you think you are?
You are listening to His
You
Lordship
think you can just go around and
Productions.
fuck on people and then just bump them and then just think, oh, I don't even know this person. How the fuck I get to your house? How the fuck I get to your house? It ain't about that 31-year-old overgrown child that you got in your house running around like a naked jungle bitch. Bitch, you ain't in no jungle. Bitch, you ain't in no jungle. You think somebody give a fuck about that bitch? First of all, if anybody showed up at my house at the end of my fucking driveway, I'm not coming out
Histortion.
But the truth of the matter is, all you niggas pussy. A lot of you niggas pussy. I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't give a fuck if you live fucking 20 hours away. If I'm serious and I'm about my shit, I'm about my shit. Now, this land is sick. Yeah. At least the East Coast is sick. Before we turned, not we, but before the colonizers changed the name of this place from planet Earth to planet Earth, from planet Heart, this place is called Stupid. This is a place apart. And all you fucking cowards ain't got nobody. You fucking coward lying. I'm getting a fucking pregnant because you're pussy. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of you niggas are pussy. What I did, I do it again. I do it again, cause I ain't pussy.
I can relate to that statement. That's the realest thing I ever heard on YouTube this year. You know what I'm saying? That's the realest thing I ever heard. That's the realest thing I ever heard. You know, I think that song is appropriate for tonight and what I had to deal with. You know, I've been trying to, you know, once I realized this boy was not going to be reasonable and try to come. You know, this is why the community will never come together, because you got people who will never try to make things right or try to meet as men and stop pointing fingers, because you know your reputation is bad, not mine. I don't have a bad reputation, and your videos are still up. And all your old channels, the videos are still up. So you have a pattern and a history. I don't have a pattern and a history. You could pick any of my videos. Some of my videos are on private, because my videos explore the issues of pregnancy. You know, some people say they use other people's videos as a teaching moment, like the Bonnet says she used Nature Boy as a teaching moment, but we haven't seen one example. It looks like she she really think we're slow and we're stupid. It looks like she makes shit up on the fly, on the spot, and go, yeah, see, lesson number one, lesson in this how, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God. Nobody believes this. That's why nobody co-signs in the chat room. Nobody leaves a comment, and people give thumbs down because they're trying to send you a message. If I got 30 thumbs up and one thumbs down, I know the one thumbs down is not a hater. They don't think I'm ugly. They just trying to send me a message, and I gotta figure out what it is. You see what I'm saying? So, as one last hoorah, uh, we're back on Sui. One little final thing, so I can get back to these intros. I'm working on a YouTuber's intro, and I tell you, it's gonna be very, very, very off the hook. And usually when I collaborate with people, positive things happen. I don't know if this gentleman can say the same thing, but I can get people to testify on my behalf that from us collaborating and trying to make their channel better, it had a positive outcome. So we're back on the on this gentleman right here, and we're gonna wrap this up because it's getting late. But it's funny because I think we have similar time zone. I think we're only a couple of hours off, so he might be watching. This is Carbonation full playlist, 27 videos. All right, I'm not gonna play the audio. Let me put it on pause. I want you to see the titles. All right, Eliana and baby Ellie left Nature Boy in his toxic environment, but he was caping for Nature Boy in reference to me and everybody else. And then he says, "Wow, Eliana, aka Velvet, attempted the whole clip on Nature Boy. He emptied the whole clip on Nature Boy and Carbonation. So he's still trying to be cool, but watch how the titles change." Maybe I'm missing the playlist. Maybe I'm missing the video. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if okay, here we go. Because I'm telling you, we're going to find it. Now, talk about obsession. Now, look. Okay. Velvet puts on her crown and shoots back at Baba G. I'm only looking for the Velvet titles. Wow, Eliana, aka Velvet, gives us a tell-all about Nature Boy, like Sybil did. Wow, here we go. Eliana, aka Velvet, looking like a whole snack while eating a snack. Must watch. Busted right there. Bingo. Wow, Eliana, aka Velvet, looking like a whole snack while eating a snack. Really? What? Well, we ain't gonna diss him on the on that stuff, but I mean, it is what it is. Maybe the elevator stops at the 4th grade level. I don't know. I'm trying to refrain from personal attacks. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to refrain from personal attacks. But I don't want to exit the page. I want to wait. Okay. But calling Eliana a snack, though, that's kind of nasty, don't you think? He even jumped on the TK Capone bandwagon. Velvet lays in bed with baby Ellie and shoots a grenade launch. And Nature Boy makes a public apology to his queen, Velvet, for snapping on her and wants her back. Now, we've seen him use terrible words towards Ali the Sedge and Mayat and Jazzy and Ashe and Clyde Diva and all these people. But when he referred to carbonation, he used pleasant words. He used respectful words. And look here, the beautiful Velvet goes live to expose her love and care for Nature Boy, but she will not go back. He act like he really talking about Mary and Joseph or Mary and Jesus or whatever. I don't know. He really giving these people. He really takes these people seriously. She is the complacent queen. All the abuse that Sheba and the other members and Malia and all these people experienced, she was present and complacent. Now, I'm glad that she came to her senses, but it does not erase the history. These people had to bow to not only her, but when she had her child, they had to bow to her baby. Okay? Oh, you just finished watching the end game? Maybe he's trying to get Velvet's attention. Oh, he's definitely trying to catfish Velvet. You know. But the beautiful, I wouldn't go that far. The beautiful Velvet, you know, and he finds the right picture for the artwork, for the cover, you know, like. And let me show you how nice he does this one video. The one where he says she looking like a snack. I bet you most of the plays is himself playing his own video. I'm going to keep the audio off. Now, he plays this video, but he doesn't even comment. So what's the purpose of the video? He makes the video, no commentary, very unprofessional. To me, it's just, you know, promotions. Cat dog. There you go. I was looking for a word. Cat dog fishing. That's a good one. So right now it's freezing, but hopefully it'll straighten out. You know, it's freezing. Maybe I'm being hacked. Yep, we trying to cat. That's perfect. Cat dog fishing. Well, y'all, a lot of people. I know it was late and there's a time zone difference, and please catch the playback. Catch the playback, because everything I said was real. It wasn't from it didn't come from an angry place. I was very disciplined. I was very monotone. I didn't yell and scream and call people out their names. I just laid down what it is and what it's about. You see what I'm saying? So this is Suicide made sure he edited this video so he can get her best side and her best likeliness. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm experiencing interruptions and I do want to know why. So anyway, he was filming this video. I got the audio muted because we already seen and know about all of this. But she feeling herself. I wonder what they were saying in the chat room. Nothing. Uh-huh. So this is his personal little playlist archive for him to enjoy, you know, when it's shower time. You see what I'm saying? This is some freaky deaky shit. You know, I would think he would be more into X videos, but this is like a fetish that he has. But anyway, we're done with this because after a certain amount of time, this stuff usually start freaking out. And I think we had a good run, and I don't want to jinx it. But I appreciate everyone. Thanks for showing up and showing out. I just had to finally say something for the record since somebody want to continue to spread lies about me, just like the bonnet and jumping on the bonnet team. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just had to state my case. You know what I'm saying? It's been real. Now, what you say? What's that word? I don't see it on my phone, but something's Pierce. I don't know what the hell. Oh, she got jewelry glue.
Incoming transmission.
She got some jewelry glued to her body, and it's no telling. It's freezing. She got some jewelry like on the ridge of her shoulder blade, you know, and she's stuffing her bra on camera. I'm sure he likes that part. And then the rapper peeps into the room and get his little cameo appearance. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. It's been real right on, everybody. Please catch that playback. I am King Monica is in the building. And her gums, I don't know if her gums is pierced, but it's a lot going on. She just got her first perm in 3 years. So no, it's a press. She just got her first press in 3 years. So, you know, I would be acting a damn fool too. You know how I feel when you get your first press. You know what I'm saying? You think you got the whole world in your hands. They got the whole world in his hands. Anyway, let's roll out.
Me violate you. You me desecrate you. You me penetrate you. You me keep you. Help me. I've woken up my inside.